Red Sea tragedy, Sindbad Submarine sinks, killing 6 tourists. Tragedy beneath the waves, the sinking of the Sindbad Submarine. A promising adventure turns tragic on the morning of March 27, 2025. The waters of the Red Sea shimmered under the bright Egyptian sun. Tourists gathered at the dock in Hurghada, eagerly waiting to board the Sindbad Submarine. The vessel, known for offering an unforgettable underwater experience, was a top attraction in the region. On board were 45 passengers from different parts of the world: Russia, India, Norway, and Sweden. Families, couples, and solo travelers excitedly anticipated a breathtaking dive into the vibrant marine world. But what was meant to be a magical experience soon turned into a disaster that would claim 6 lives. The mysterious sinking as the submarine descended into the crystal-clear waters. Passengers marveled at the coral gardens and colorful fish swimming past the large viewing windows. However, 20 minutes into the dive, something went wrong. Reports suggest that the submarine either suffered a mechanical failure or struck a coral reef, causing a sudden influx of water. Some survivors claim that 2 hatches were not properly closed, allowing water to flood the vessel. Within minutes, the Sindbad submarine was sinking rapidly, trapping passengers inside. A race against time, the rescue effort panic broke out among the passengers as water filled the compartments. Some scrambled for emergency exits while others struggled to stay afloat in the tight, dark space. Emergency responders, including the Egyptian Coast Guard and local divers, rushed to the scene. Rescue teams worked tirelessly to retrieve passengers from the sinking vessel. After hours of intense efforts, 39 people were successfully rescued. Tragically, 6 Russian tourists, including 2 children, lost their lives investigating the cause. In the aftermath of the disaster, Egyptian authorities launched an investigation to determine what went wrong. Preliminary findings suggest possible negligence in safety protocols. Survivors have raised concerns that no safety briefing was given before the dive and emergency exit procedures were unclear. The Sindbad submarine, built in Finland and designed for depths of up to 75 meters, had operated for years without major incidents. However, some experts believe that years of wear and tear may have compromised its safety. The science behind the sinking experts in submarine engineering have pointed out that even small design flaws or improper maintenance can lead to catastrophic failures. Some submarines are designed to withstand minor leaks, but rapid flooding can make it impossible for the vessel to resurface. The Sindbad submarine may have suffered from a malfunctioning ballast system, which helps control its depth. Without proper functionality, the submarine would have struggled to return to the surface. A pattern of maritime incidents in the Red Sea. The sinking of the Sindbad submarine is not the first maritime disaster in Egypt's Red Sea waters. In November 2024, a yacht called Sea Story sank near Marsa Alam, resulting in multiple fatalities. Just a few months earlier, in June 2024, a diving boat caught fire, leaving several passengers dead. These incidents have raised serious concerns about safety regulations in Egypt's tourism industry. With millions of visitors each year, the government faces increasing pressure to enforce stricter safety standards. Survivors' stories, a nightmare underwater. For those who made it out alive, the experience was nothing short of a nightmare. One survivor, a Norwegian tourist, described the terror of watching water rush in as people screamed for help. It was chaos. One minute we were watching the fish, and the next we were struggling to breathe, she said. Another survivor, an Indian traveler, recalled the bravery of a fellow passenger who helped others escape before himself being trapped inside. He pushed me out through the hatch, but when I turned back, he was gone, he recounted. A Russian tourist who lost her husband and son in the tragedy expressed her grief. We were laughing moments before it happened. Then everything was dark, and I couldn't find them. I was saved, but my heart is broken forever, she sobbed. A community in mourning Hurghada, a city that thrives on tourism, has been deeply affected by the tragedy. Locals have gathered to mourn the victims, holding candlelight vigils along the shore. The tourism industry, already struggling from previous accidents, now faces renewed scrutiny. Hotels, dive shops, and tour operators have vowed to implement better safety measures to regain the trust of visitors. However, many believe that unless stricter laws are enforced, similar tragedies could happen again. Legal consequences and government response. The Egyptian government has announced a full-scale investigation, promising to hold those responsible accountable. The tour company operating the Sindbad submarine may face lawsuits from the victims' families. If negligence is proven, severe penalties, including jail time, could be imposed on the company's executives. International maritime safety experts have also called for a reassessment of regulations governing tourist submarines in Egypt. Countries such as the United States and the United Kingdom Kingdom have issued travel advisories, warning their citizens to ensure safety measures are in place before participating in submarine excursions. The road ahead, ensuring safety in tourism. Disaster has ignited calls for urgent reforms in maritime safety regulations. Experts recommend regular safety inspections for all tourist submarines and boats, mandatory emergency drills for passengers before departure, improved communication systems on board to alert rescuers quickly, stricter penalties for tour operators who fail to follow safety protocols. Authorities have promised action, but for the families of the victims, no reform can undo the pain of losing their loved ones. The impact on tourism. The Red Sea is one of the world's top diving destinations, attracting thousands of visitors each year. However, this tragedy could lead to a decline in underwater tourism. Many tourists may reconsider booking submarine experiences due to safety concerns. Tour operators in Egypt fear a wave of cancellations, which could impact local businesses. Some companies have already started offering discounted tours and new safety guarantees to reassure visitors.
Thank you for watching PJ Pro TV.